The whole environment is competitive. People steal your laptops to steal your notes and all of that.
We have a complete dining hall with just Asian food, just Italian food.
I'm just bashing on my school at this point. Y'all.
Especially, it's better to be in Berkeley.
Hi guys, nama aku Karen. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I have a special guest.
Hello.
My brother. This is my brother Jordy. He graduated from UCLA and I graduated from... Wait a second.
What'd you take my shirt for?
What'd you take my sweater for?
You gave it to me.
You gave this to me.
Bro.
Wait, this is awkward. We're gonna switch clothes. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. That's better. As I was saying, my brother here is a UCLA graduate.
That's
and
right.
I am a UC Berkeley graduate. Go Bears! And we're here with the college video to talk about UCLA versus UC Berkeley because I know a bunch of you guys are gonna be applying to colleges soon. So we want to make this video. Hopefully it'll help with your guys' college research.
And what better way to do it than have one graduate from each school explain their stuff?
Yes, because we're out, so we don't have any ties to the school and we're not required to say good things about them anymore. So this is the real and honest UCLA versus UC Berkeley comparison that you've never seen before. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
We have a lot of categories here that we're gonna break down for you guys.
So the 10 categories that we'll be talking about, I have it all in a list right here, is academic rigor, social life, campus, dorms, dining hall food, extracurriculars, meaning clubs and student organizations, stuff like that, people, places to visit, affordability, and student services. And we'll separate that into 2 subcategories, health and wellness and academic resources. We're gonna talk about each of these categories and we have made these little cute signs. Each time a category comes up, we're gonna be honest which school is better in that category and we're just gonna explain our answers. If you guys want to skip to any particular topic, I'll have timestamps down below so it'll be as helpful as possible for you guys. Okay. Oh my god. So the first topic that we'll be talking about is academic rigor. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay.
So not to discredit any of the people working hard at UCLA currently, it is very hard, but there's definitely a lot more focus on academics at Berkeley and you can see that in their environment and the way they put in the work. Personally, for me, I felt like the balance between academic rigor and social is better at UCLA, which is why I felt like you put more focus in academics if you go to Berkeley.
I do agree with that. I feel like compared to UCLA especially, we're very academic driven, I want to say. I feel like the things that we emphasize are things like research, things like classes, professors, stuff like that. Basically things that are very focused on academics. And I think that's sort of the reason why Berkeley is known as this very cutthroat academic school. I mean, personally for me, I found that the classes at Berkeley is on another level. I just went into Berkeley my freshman year and then things were just elevated. Everyone there was so smart. Everyone there was doing work all the time. Well, at least it felt like it. That's why I kind of feel like the academic rigor in Berkeley is just it's unmatched.
That being said, there is a lot of academic rigor at UCLA as well. It is a very hard school.
Yes.
But if you say in a scale of 10, UCLA is back at a 10 and Berkeley's at an 11.
Or a 15. Sometimes it feels like a 15. Okay, so the second category that we will be talking about is social life. 3, 2, 1. No surprise there considering what we talked about before.
Yeah, let me say something first. Like I said before, the balance between academics and social life at UCLA is definitely a lot more balanced. We believe that there's a lot more to your education than just academics. And you definitely see that around the school. There's a lot more connecting with people, especially freshmen coming in. There are definitely a lot more events that can go out and meet people. Everybody's very welcoming in the beginning.
Even though I put UCLA, it's not really Berkeley is not social at all. Like Jordy said before, the balance I feel like could be a little better in Berkeley. I mean, we do have a lot of social events. Coming into freshman year during orientation, ooh, you are put into so many social events where you literally just meet new people like every single day, and you have a lot of like different activities around campus too. I feel like at Berkeley I meet a lot of people who kind of pride themselves on studying so much and staying up until 2 a.m. working on a CS project and stuff like that. That kind of environment could get a little toxic, and sort of the reason why I would kind of rate the social life a little bit lower than UCLA when I was going there. I feel like a lot of people were just studying all the time, and they never really talked about what they did when they're not studying, when they're hanging out with friends, because I feel like for some reason you just get a kick out of telling people that you stayed up.
So like UCLA's social life is a 9 out of 10, Berkeley's around a 7.
Yeah, it's a 7. Third topic is campus, meaning how the campus looks like, how the environment feels, all of that. Ready, set, go. Okay, alright, I'm gonna go first because I have a lot to say about Berkeley's campus. Y'all. Okay, inside the campus is actually not that bad. Berkeley's campus, I feel like it's very green. It's very nature, but at the same time, it is very, very old-fashioned, a little bit outdated, especially because us as a school, we pride ourselves on our history, like the fact that people were awarded Nobel Prizes in Wheeler Hall. Sometimes I wish they would like make it a little bit more modern, but I mean, we do pride ourselves on our culture and our history there, so I think that's sort of the reason why the buildings are a little old and used and worn out a little bit. Outside the campus is also iffy. It's a little sketch. When you walk down Telegraph, when you walk around downtown, there's a fairly large homeless population in the city of Berkeley and the surrounding cities in general, like Oakland. So the area is definitely not as clean and well kept, and to be honest, as a girl, I feel like a little bit unsafe when I go outside. Berkeley's campus, I want to say, is pretty open. A lot of outside people are able to come into the campus. It's honestly not that bad once you get used to it, but you have to get used to it.
Overall, the campus in UCLA is very beautiful. The architecture is very cohesive. You can see the red brick, it's a signature everywhere. It's very well kept as well. We are really close to Beverly Hills.
I feel like UCLA is not as open as Berkeley, right? Or is it?
Yeah, so UCLA is very compact. This campus, this is the Dorms, the Hill, Westwood, which is where our restaurants and shopping places are. So it's very compartmentalized.
Compartmentalized.
Your compart is mentalized. Compartmentalized.
Okay, yeah. Compartmentalized. So yeah, that is campus. Alright, the fourth topic is dorms. We're specifically talking about freshman dorms. 3, 2, 1.
UCLA dorms is number 1. I'm just saying, man, like,
it's like a hotel, guys.
You really gotta. The dorms are situated in a place called the Hill. There are different styles of dorms. You have the classics, the deluxes, the plazas, and suites. Classic and deluxe are basically single room, double, triple, single, what have you, but your bathrooms are communal. The suite, the plaza, is where I lived in my first year. It's where you have 2 rooms that are connected with the bathroom. So that's a little bit more expensive than classics and deluxe, but it's nice if you know everybody. And the last one is a suite where you have 3 different rooms and you have a shared bathroom. From the Hill, but to go North Campus, South Campus takes a little bit longer.
I'll start off with the positive. It's not as far to campus as it is like UCLA. The ones that are closest to campus, we have units. We have Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3. Like, those are literally within 2 or 3 blocks from campus. So it's super, super close to all of your classrooms. But that being said, how the dorms are, it could do better. UCLA has key cards, right? I feel like that's in all UCs now, except for Berkeley.
They got keys.
We still use old-fashioned keys.
They got keys.
And also, the dorms are very, very small. I lived in a triple my freshman year. I was lucky enough to get a corner room, so my room was actually a little bigger than most. But if you don't have the corner room, there's like 2 desks on each like opposite walls. I feel like you can have like 2 people stand in the middle and like spread their arms wide, and like that's it. Aside from the size of it, in each floor, and these are like the units, you only have 1 bathroom, and it's like a shared gender bathroom. I lived in Unit 1. I actually lived in an all-girls floor, so the bathrooms were not really a problem. But if you didn't live in an all-girls floor, you basically only have 1 bathroom per floor, and if it's a co-ed floor, then you have that 1 bathroom to share with your co-ed counterpart. Honestly, it's really not that bad once you actually like go through it, but definitely does take a little bit to get used to. In general, I feel like the buildings are definitely not as modern as UCLA's, and also the elevators are like, they're really, really slow and less modern than UCLA's. Okay, now the 5th topic is dining hall food. Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3.
I'm just bashing
yes.
on my school at this point.
So the additional perk with having dorms at UCLA is that you also have your dining halls right downstairs.
Berkeley's dorms with the dining hall is also pretty close. It's just not downstairs. Unless you're in Unit 3. If you're in Unit 3, it's right downstairs.
We have a lot of variety. We have a complete dining hall with just Asian food, just Italian food, just American food. Complete dining hall with a lot of veggie, vegan option food.
It's really good. Just the quality of the food is really good.
You pay for that. Is what I'm saying. you definitely do. So get out there and eat to your heart's content.
Berkeley's food, dining hall food, is not that bad. I am not saying that it's trash whatsoever. It's actually like pretty okay. You don't get food poisoning. I've known a couple stories of people getting food poisoning, but personally it's never happened to me.
I got food poisoning once, actually.
Oh, see? Like, food poisoning can happen to anyone. As someone who lives in Unit 1, my main dining hall is called Crossroads. That dining hall is really like, it's okay. It's really big. There's a lot of tables and stuff. The quality of the food though, I feel like it could be better. That's just my opinion though. There's other places to get food on campus. There's this place called Golden Bear Cafe, which is like literally right in Sprawl, like right in the center of campus. They have really good breakfast croissants and breakfast burritos. Those are super good and you guys should check that out. People bash on Berkeley food a lot, but to be honest, it's really not that bad. It's worse than UCLA's, but in general, it's not that bad. So the sixth topic is extracurriculars. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So the reason why I chose Berkeley is because we have so many student organizations on campus. Literally, there's like 100,000 different consulting clubs. It's a running joke that it's harder to get into these consulting organizations than it is to get into the school itself. And I feel like there's a good reason for that. The fact that Berkeley is situated in the Bay Area, so we're close to a lot of big cities where all the companies are, like San Francisco, San Jose, like the Silicon Valley. It's easier for people to work there, to come on campus, to come talk to us and like organize networking events and all of that. I was personally part of a consulting organization my freshman year, and we worked with a lot of big name companies like Dropbox, Airbnb, IBM. We got to visit the companies for our presentations and stuff like that, so you definitely build a lot of career focused skills. That being said, we do have social clubs, but I feel like the academic clubs strongly outnumber the number of social clubs, so I guess that's where the downside kind of comes in.
Yeah, I completely agree. But we do have a strong extracurricular clubs at UCLA. I've been in many of them, both social and academic, and it's a good experience. You get to learn a lot. But as I said, the effectiveness, because of the location, as an engineer especially, it's better to be at Berkeley.
But I feel like UCLA has a lot of good social clubs too, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I met a lot of my good friends from Association of Chinese Americans, ACA. Shout out to my fam.
Yeah. Like I said before, we also have social clubs, but presence of social clubs are definitely a lot bigger at UCLA. All right, the seventh category is people. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. Let's defend ourselves.
This was expected because we have different friend groups, we meet different people, and obviously we meet
have different
people.
Experiences.
But I wanted to say that because of the student orgs, because of the way our freshman events are situated, I definitely met a lot of good friends, a lot of different people, and it was a good experience. Definitely felt like I've made the right decision going to UCLA just because of the people that I've met.
There's like a lot of people are concerned about people at UCLA being stereotypical, especially being around the area. How did you feel about that?
Well, we meet a lot of different types of people, and obviously we gravitate to the people that are similar to us. And well, the people that I gravitate towards are definitely not stereotypical, but I mean, of course I see that in campus, and of course I see like Berkeley type people at UCLA as well.
How competitive is it?
I'd say, I mean, if you want to compare it to Berkeley, UCLA is not as competitive. We definitely work together. There's no stab in the back culture, or like we don't have rumors about like stabbing people in the back. I've met the right type of people, and we're out here doing good things.
For Berkeley, like Jordy said before, there's definitely that rumor of being like the whole environment is competitive. People steal your laptops to steal your notes and all of that. I said this in the beginning, but there are literally people who kind of pride themselves themselves on working really hard to get the best grades, to do well academically. I've definitely heard stories about people being competitive, especially in the business school. I mean, it's a stereotype, but honestly, it's not as dominating. For example, like I was part of a consulting organization, and a lot of people in that club are from Haas, but they're literally the most genuine people that I've ever met, and they actually like want to help you get to where you want to be, what career you want to have, any resources that they have. Like they're super helpful. It's very rare that I find people who clearly want to take advantage, who clearly want to like use you to get ahead and stuff like that. Especially as a freshman, we all have that same perception, so we're all just kind of scared a little bit. So in the end, like all of us just work together. I came in as a CS major, and in those CS classes you're gonna have to do a lot of projects, right, with a lot of different people. I've honestly met some of the most smart and genuine people who like actually like want to help, more so than the people in high school, to be honest. Like I've had good times in group projects in college than the group projects that I've had in high school.
That being said, if you go into college and meeting people is one of your top considerations, you don't have to be afraid. You'll definitely find a community to fit in.
Yeah.
There's always somebody there who shares your interests.
Especially in places like UCs where there's literally tens of thousands of people. Take stereotypical rumors about the people with a grain of salt, because there's just so many people, so you're bound to find someone that actually click with you, that have the same values as you. There's bound to be people who you want to hang out with, who you want to spend time with. So don't worry about the people when you're researching colleges and thinking about what college you want to get into. That being said, a lot of people at Berkeley, they do like work really hard, and all of them are very focused on academics. So sometimes, like I felt this definitely throughout my years in college, is like you end up feeling a little guilty sometimes when you just want to like take a break and you want to have fun, because simply everyone there just focuses on school. You shouldn't like compare yourself to other people. That's like another life lesson that I'll just sprinkle in. Try not to concern yourself with what everyone else is doing. Do what you think is right. Do what you think will help make you a better person and a better student. If you surround yourself with like really good people and really nice people, it'll be a good time, and you'll definitely meet those people. So,
and if you get in these schools, we're so proud of you.
Yes. The eighth category is places to visit. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Well, UCLA is situated right near the beach. Go to Santa Monica on your day off. 50 cents on the bus, easy.
Berkeley's free. AC Transit is free, you guys, for Berkeley students.
Okay, but yeah, you have Santa Monica to go to. You have Westwood right there in your backyard. There's Beverly Hills right there if you want to just, you know, see the big houses. Koreatown, if you like Korean food, really close to campus.
Koreatown is really close to campus.
There's scattered like taco trucks everywhere. If you have somebody with a car, it's a 2-hour drive ride to San Diego. It's an hour to Irvine, and it's an hour to the 66 area. If you don't know, that's where all the Asian food is at.
San Gabriel Valley.
San Gabriel Valley. So there's a lot of different places you can go just around the area. So many places within a 45-minute drive.
See, the key word there is drive, people. Berkeley is there's a lot of places that you can reach by public transportation, and as a student you don't really need a car because you get a free AC Transit card. AC Transit is basically the bus system, and you get a free card for that, so you can ride the buses for free. And these buses take you literally like everywhere. You can take the bus to go to like the surrounding cities like Oakland and Alameda and stuff like that. They also have really good food. Oakland has a really good Chinatown. You can also just take the BART to go to San Francisco, because San Francisco is super nice. Spending 4 years in Berkeley, you won't ever get tired of San Francisco. There's just a lot of things to see, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to eat. If you do have a car, it's definitely a lot more convenient, I want to say, because then you'll be able to go to South Bay, which is like where San Jose is, Cupertino and all of that. And you can also go to other places like Palo Alto, San Mateo, just things around the northern bay.
Oh, we got Disneyland though.
Oh, you guys do have Disneyland.
Oh, we got Six Flags though.
Yeah, but you need a car to reach there. That is my point, you know. If you can't afford a car, which is completely understandable because parking around college campuses is expensive as, so, you know, that's also something that you can consider when you're thinking about places to visit. So the 9th category is affordability.
So, let's just say that
3, 2, 1. Really?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's like,
I don't know, man. It's expensive,
College
man.
is just expensive.
It's a lot of money, man. Tuition aside.
We're talking about like apartments, cost of living, like once
Yeah.
you're not in the dorms, when you actually have to fend for yourself and grocery
Yeah.
shop. I mean, I feel like in college campuses in general, like the cost of living is gonna be pretty high because it's a pop in place. Like a lot of people want to rent out apartments around campus. I feel like these places, they're very like urban, right? Because there's a lot of students, there's a lot of cities. So you end up paying a lot for a
small
little
space,
yeah, for such a small space.
It's expensive. My apartment was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it was $4,000 with utilities and parking. So I would say that's a good price. But I have 6 people, I have 2 triples. Good thing that they're all my friends and we get along really well, but it is definitely small and sometimes cramped in there. But you know, anything to save some money.
For me, we paid a little less than $4,000 too, but we split it among 4 people, and it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. So we each lived in a double. So there's definitely a little bit more space, but that price didn't include parking. Parking is like an additional, I don't even remember.
What is usually an additional 100?
I think ours was more than 100. I think it was like 200.
That's crazy. Ours is 100.
I'll put the number here if I find out. And yeah, and then after that doesn't even include things like Wi-Fi, electricity. You kind of have to factor that in as well. I feel like relative to the dorms, it ends up being a little cheaper because you can adjust your groceries however, whereas in the dorms you have to like eat at the dining hall, but it's still pretty pricey in my opinion. So the 10th category is student services. So by this we mean 2 subcategories. One is health and wellness resources and the second is academic resources. So we'll get into that in this category. So 3, 2, 1.
We're just gonna explain that we do have a variety of resources on campus, both of us, and they're definitely there for you, and you definitely have to take advantage of them while you're there. Specifically in terms of health and wellness, the gyms, you'll take it for granted how expensive a gym membership is, so use that while you can, get fit, you know, balance off that freshman diet. You do have a medical center on campus, even for like minor scrapes and bruises. We even had COVID testing. So
for Berkeley, I want to say like we also have a lot of resources on campus. For health and wellness, our gym is also pretty nice. The RSF is actually open to not just students but to Berkeley residents in general, so it's definitely pretty big. I want to say we don't have as much equipment as we should, at least not enough treadmills. When you go at peak hours, you end up having to wait to get onto a cardio machine, which kind of sucks.
Probably not now because of COVID.
I mean, it's closed. If you're feeling unwell, you go to the Tang Center, and that they also have a bunch of resources there. We also have a bunch of student organizations on campus that focus on mental health. So if you ever need it, we also have a bunch of mental health resources that students ourselves have set up. So it's definitely a good and welcoming community for that. As for academic resources, we have a ton. So we have this place called the Student Learning Center, or the SLC. We have a lot of people that's available there for tutoring, whether that's in English, like for writing and stuff like that, for math, for science. I used to go all the time when I was taking a math class in freshman year.
At UCLA too, we got a lot of academic resources. Definitely per department, there's academic resources, a lot of tutoring options. We also have an SLC. There's a test bank.
But yeah, I mean, academic resources are definitely there. Health and wellness are also definitely there for both campuses. I know we didn't get to cover like most of it, but if you have any specific questions, leave them down in the comments below. All right, bonus category. We have athletics and school spirit. Ooh, which one do you think is stronger? Bruins or Bears? Ready, set, go. Go Bears! Go Bears!
Go Bruins!
Go Bears!
Go Bruins.
Defend your statement.
I'm just saying Bruins are proud to be Bruins, man. I'm just saying every sports events, you know, we got the Den. Everybody goes out and cheer. Our football stadium used to be in Pasadena, and we all go to that. Now we're plussing the bus if you go to Pasadena.
For UC Berkeley, our athletics are definitely pretty good as well. They're probably not as well known as UCLA, but they're also pretty damn good. I went to a football game one time and it was insane. We have a lot of like school spirit. That is one of the defining points that made me choose Berkeley in the end. Like I was deciding between UCSD and UC Berkeley, and I chose UC Berkeley because they had more school spirit than SD, so I thought it'd be a lot more fun. I made the right choice, I think. I went to a football game and it was literally such a hype moment. I mean, it was the big game 2 years ago against Stanford and we lost terribly, but we won this past year, so our school spirit went up even farther. Every time there's a football game, there's always parties going on. There's just a lot of hype going on around these football games, especially during the fall semester. So it's definitely a good time for school spirit. Like, we're all just hyped people. Go Bears.
When Berkeley alumni say Berkeley, they have to include Go Bears.
Yeah, they have to.
It's just
Go Bears.
I went to Berkeley, Go Bears.
That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any more questions, like I've been repeating throughout this video, just leave them down in the comments below. In summary, both are really good schools, and there's definitely pros and cons to each category.
If in the end, if you get into one of these schools, you should be very proud of yourself.
And you'll meet really good people, and you'll have good experiences in each school.
Yeah.
So that is the bottom line of this video.
Please give her a like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching. Bye. Oh.